Hero MotoCorp is the king of the Indian two-wheeler segment, and when it comes to motorcycles, it has been dominating proceedings. However, there is a big chink in its armor, and it is scooters. Despite trying its best, it hasn't made a breakthrough in the scooter segment. However, it thinks this is the game changer. The new Xoom 125R, a sporty 125cc scooter, and as you can see, it looks the part. But the main question is, can the new Xoom 125R make an impact in the highly competitive 125cc scooter segment? Let's ride and find out. The biggest talking point of the new Xoom 125R is its styling. The scooter looks sporty, edgy and very modern, something that one doesn't normally associate Hero products with. But then again, the company has been trying hard to change this image. You get a large LED projector headlight in the center, flanked by long LED DRLs. The apron is very angled and the use of sharply designed panels gives the scooter a very aggressive face. The stance of the scooter is enhanced by the 14-inch alloy wheels, which makes the Xoom 125 look very premium. The tail section is minimalist with split LED tail lights, and I like the exhaust muffler design too. The Xoom 125R also debuts new switchgear, and the quality felt solid in first impression. Talking about quality, the panel gaps are tight and consistent, and there were no rattles when we rode the scooter over rough roads. However, the weld quality on the exhaust could be better. Overall styling of the Xoom 125R is modern and very unique, and we feel this is among its USPs. The other big highlight is its engine. Yes, it isn't the most powerful motor out there, but Hero claims that the Xoom 125R is the quickest accelerating scooter in its segment based on their internal tests. When it comes to real-world performance, I didn't feel the acceleration to be as peppy as the claimed numbers. What I really like of the scooter is the refinement levels. You can do speeds between 70 to 95 kph rather easily, and when you do roll-on accelerations, you can feel a bit of buzz on the footboard. The overall performance of the Xoom 125R is up to the task, but I would have liked the acceleration to be a bit more peppy and the exhaust note to be more louder because it is a sporty 125cc scooter. Hero hasn't claimed any fuel efficiency numbers, but I expect it to deliver between 35 to 40 kmpl depending on the way you ride. Now, what's the actual mileage of the scooter is something we can only answer after a thorough road test. So now let's check out the ergonomics of the Xoom 125R. First up is the seat height. The seat height is pretty low at 777 mm, so it is very accessible for even shorter riders. Now let's check out the riding posture. The riding posture is that of a typical scooter. It's very easy and very upright. The handlebar position also looks nice, but I think the handlebar could have been a bit taller because when I'm taking a U-turn, as you can see, it is brushing against my leg. So for taller riders, it is a bit of bother. The other thing is the seat foam. I think the seat cushion is a bit too soft. So after riding for 1 hour, I was sinking into the scooter. Now that could be down to my weight, which is around 100 kg. And talking about the footboard space, even for my size 11 riding boots, I have a bit of space to move around, so which is a nice thing. The other good thing is the ground clearance. At 164 mm, you don't have to worry about speed breakers or any other obstacles, and you can ride it through easily. One thing which is of bother is the weight of the scooter. At 121 kg. The Xoom 125R is a bit heavy. So if you want to move around the scooter in parking lot, this can be a bit tiring. The Xoom 125R comes with a good bunch of features, starting with the LCD instrument cluster, of which I'm not a big fan. The screen size is too small, the layout is very boring, and on an otherwise modern scooter, the console is a misfit. However, it does offer you data such as real-time fuel efficiency, average fuel economy, range, call and SMS alerts, and turn-by-turn navigation. The Xoom 125R also gets i3S start-stop system, which is a useful feature to extract more fuel efficiency. Then there is the fuel filler cap alert, which activates a buzzer if you forgot to close the fuel filler cap and try to ride the scooter. A clever addition, we feel. It is also the first scooter in its segment to get sequential winkers in the LED turn indicators. There's also a dangling USB charger underneath the front apron, which looks like an afterthought and very poorly executed. Talking about convenience, the underseat storage is good enough for a locally built full face helmet, and there is a boot light too. At the front, you get twin cubby holes in which you can store some knickknacks. For a 125cc sporty scooter, the fun quotient is very important, and the Xoom 125R has a few tricks up its sleeves. It is among the few scooters on sale to get a 14-inch wheels on either ends. The tires are pretty wide, so when you are entering fast corners, the Xoom 125 feels very stable, very confidence-inspiring, and lot of fun. In fact, despite its 121 kg curb weight, when you're going through corners or going through the city in traffic, it doesn't feel its weight and feels very agile. Now, talking about stability, it has among the largest wheelbase for any scooter in its segment. So if you are doing higher speeds on the highway, the scooter feels rock solid. So in terms of dynamics, Hero has got it right because it feels very fun when you're on to corner, and it feels stable when you're doing straight line speeds. The suspension setup is the segment template, telescopic fork and a monoshock unit. The ride quality is fine for most part, but on rough roads the rear suspension does feel a bit firm. I think the large 14-inch wheel also plays a part in the suspension dynamics. So while the Xoom 125R isn't the most comfiest 125cc scooter out there, but for its sporty DNA, the ride quality is fine. The top spec variant gets a disc brake at front, and while the brakes offer decent stopping power, a bit more bite from the front pads would have been welcome. So it is time for a verdict, but before we get there, let's get pricing out of the way. The scooter is available in two variants. The base is for 87,000 and the top end variant is 93,000. Our pick is to go for the top end variant because for that extra 6,000 rupees, you get disc brake, more features and more color option. Now let's get back to the Xoom 125R. The biggest USP of this scooter is its styling. It looks sporty and modern, and nothing like this is there on the Indian road. So wherever you go, you will get a lot of attraction. The other bit that I really like is the fun quotient of the scooter. The handling dynamics is very engaging, so you will have a lot of fun on this scooter. Yes, the engine feels a bit dull in terms of acceleration, but the refinement levels make up for it. Having said that, there are some shortcomings, like the instrument console is too small, the fuel tank capacity is low, and it is a bit of a heavy scooter. Having said that, I feel that the Xoom 125R has a lot of potential, and Hero finally has a very strong competitor in this segment. So if you're looking for a sporty 125cc scooter, you cannot dismiss the Xoom 125R, and I expect this scooter to be a very big hit, especially among the youngsters.